Hello, everybody, and welcome for the first time ever to Texas Motor Speedway. You know what they say, everything's bigger in Texas, so RMS brought everybody here. 42 cars set ready to go for 67 laps for the first time in this track's history. Let's get through the starting lineup. On pole is Purab Shrivastava, and to his outside, Manuel Sanchez. Row 2 is Aline McThydig and Flandre Wilson. Row 3 is Kurt Perkins and Jason Main. Very good qualifying start for him, starting 6th. Alex Davidson and Angel Gutierrez in row 4. Row 5 is Dan Sedgwick and your points leader, Brian Scarrett. Row 6 is Willie Costa and Sierra Reno. Row 7 is Riley Smith and Jonathan Marks. Row 8 is St. Craig and Michael Parsons. Row 9 is Mark Guerrero and Mark Evans, the Marks in this row. Row 10 is Montana Sherman and Kyle Sistry, a couple teammates starting next to one another. Row 11 is Geoff Jordan and Kellen Short. Row 12 is Peter Lane and Caleb Lane. Row 13 is Ronnie Martin, and making their first start of the season is Sally Patrick in the 41. Row 14 is Brock Moore and Anton Alvarez. Row 15 is Ezekiel Garcia Ball, who won last week at Bristol, and to his outside Leroy Conwell. Row 16 is Patrick Gametes and Neil Dick. Row 17 is Nelson Reeves and Dick Patrick. Row 18 is Carlson Vevelst and Fleet Cruz. Row 19 is Skippy Larson and Alan Rose. Row 20 making his return is Derek Kennedy and Dick Ball, also qualifying for the second time. He qualified for the 500, I almost forgot. And Tegan Fox and Doge Porkington, who had an absolute flyer of a lap, round out your starting grid. Let's waste no further time, and let's get the first ever race at Texas underway.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's their command. The drivers fire up their engines for 67 laps as the cars are now rolling on this brand new surface with brand new grandstands, brand new walls, brand new everything. The pace car is going to pull in this time by. Who will become the first ever winner here at this new racetrack? We'll just have to wait and see after 67 laps. And the pace car will pull in this time. And Shrivastava, Manuel Sanchez lead the field to green. Green flag is waving and we're underway at Texas. Great start for Shrivastava. He immediately starts pulling away from the rest of the field. McThydig trying to clear Sanchez here soon. And it looks like the 91 will off to turn 3. No, Sanchez fights back on the outside. Perkins right behind. Looked for a second that he was going to take it 3 wide. Now he does. Kurt Perkins makes it 3 wide for second as he tries to win the race, and he will get clear of both drivers. And now he sits in second place. McThydig now pulls into third, finally gets clear of Sanchez. Sanchez falls back a little bit. Sedgy peeking down low. He's going to make it 3 wide himself, trying to pass both Davidson and Manuel Sanchez here, but Sanchez will clear on the outside, and it seems like he'll hold on to his 4th place position for now. But Sedgy is looking down low. He's got room. Jason Main behind, giving him some help. Side by side here for 4th, as Sanchez continues to drop back. And he'll lose that position to Dan Sedgwick, and now might lose a position to Jason Main. But it looks like he might hold on. Sedgy to the inside again here. Looks like Dan Sedgwick's got a fast car today. Slowly making his way through the field as he gets by the 91 here. Sanchez finally gets in line, and McThydig might drop back here a little bit. So far, so good through the first couple laps here at this brand new racetrack. Shrivastava has so far led them all. Dick Ball now occupies last, as Jason Main enters the top 5, for I think the first time in his career. So there's a battle here. Gutierrez versus McThydig with his team owner right behind, Mark Guerrero. He owns that car, Cube Racing. Bit of 3-wide action there as Riley Smith falls back. Peter Lane fighting his team owner and teammate. Scarrett now trying to make progress here. He started 10th. He fell back a little bit. Now he's on the inside line as it's almost 3-wide right there. Parsons thought about it. Didn't have any room as Lane is going to take advantage of that. He gets around McThydig. And you don't want to be on the outside lane here, it seems like. You'll fall like a rock. As Lane slides up a little bit, but that's going to be a bit of an advantage to him as he slides up using the backstretch to his advantage. Looks like Gutierrez is now in the top 5. Still single file out front here as the field gets a bit spread out. Perkins has kept it a bit close to Stravostova here, but hasn't been able to make a pass here yet. He peeks down low here. Stravostova slides up. Slide up a little bit. Now that's side by side between him and Kurt. Kurt Perkins could take the lead here. And he will. The number 5 is out front. Seji trying to take advantage of his teammate here. Seji might get into second here too. Drag race at the line right there was pretty close, but Seji will easily clear into turn 1. Dan Sedgwick into second place as one of the fastest cars on the racetrack, the fastest car on the racetrack right now. And now is looking for the lead here soon, trying to get by Perkins here. He's got room on the bottom here. Does he have a run? No, he doesn't. Ooh, this is a good camera angle. Keeps peeking down low, setting up for a possible pass here, but just waiting for Perkins to make a mistake here. Side by side for 4th place behind. And Dan Sedgwick has another chance here. He has another chance. Does he have a run, though? Side by side, slightly, not quite. Perkins is going to beat him, but not in turns 3 and 4. Dan Sedgwick has a chance here. Perkins is going to try to hold on the outside. He's doing a pretty good job of that. But now they're side by side into the tri-oval. Caution is out. Drag race back to the line. Kurt Perkins wins it. And Flandre Wilson is all torn up. What happened to poor old Flandre? Looks like it happened in turn 1. Let's see what happened. So this is where 3 wide it all goes wrong here. Wilson sliding up into Costa here. Sends Costa around. It's the big one. And into Nelson Reeves as they all go sliding into the infield grass. Looks like Reeves does a great job hanging on, but Costa and Wilson, they keep leaning on each other here. Looks like Reeves, I believe, is going to get back onto the racetrack. And then they keep leaning on each other, and Wilson, hard contact right there. With a little bit of an opening right there, and she slides up the racetrack, gets into Conwell right there. All 3 drivers into the outside wall, and man, that's some violent impacts right there for all 3 of those drivers. Wilson definitely got the worst of it right there. Surprised no one else got involved there, and Costa maybe a bit angry about that, got into Wilson there at the end, but hope that Flandre Wilson is okay. She spent most of the end of last season with a concussion, and we hope that she doesn't get another one because of that. But anyways, we're under caution for the first ever time here at Texas. Everybody's coming down pit road. Excuse me. Led by Kurt Perkins with Dan Sedgwick in second. Sedgwick pulls into his pit stall. Kurt does as well now. Gonna need some good pit stops here. It's still very early, but you want a good pit stop here. You just have to. Oh, contact Reagan Guerrero back there as Perkins easily wins the race off of pit road. Bit of a slow stop from Dan Sedgwick there. He'll lose a position as Peter Lane second off. Parsons third. And Stravostova fourth. what happened there between ST Craig and Guerrero right there. That was very goofy. I think Guerrero was pulling out of his pit stall here. Yes, and gets into Craig as Craig's trying to enter his pit stall. Collided with his teammate right there a bit, and all three are probably going to be affected there. Oh, what? Guerrero, what are you doing? Is he just going to sit there? What's his plan? I've never seen something like this in NR before. Does Kurt have a problem? Yes, he does! Mechanical issue for the 5! Fuel system failure! And our leader is going to immediately give up the lead because of that. Well, that is not very ideal for Kurt Perkins right here, as he's going to head to pit road, lose his lead. Peter Lane will be your new leader now. It's going to be a Parsons Motorsports 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless Lane has an issue himself. I don't know what he's doing. Probably some NR line sort of chicanery here. But yeah, there goes number 5 onto pit road. And so Lane will grab the lead because of that. That is insane. As we're going back green here. So Peter Lane. Parsons Motorsports 1, 2, 3, 4 now as lap car of Conwell moves down to the inside. The lap car. Not sure if Guerrero and... Well, Craig is about to get back out after getting towed. Some front end damage to that car as he gets some tires there. But this is a very interesting development. Perkins still on pit road trying to get the damage repaired. Craig will get back out there. Kurt might be in trouble here. He might go a lap down depending on if he can get out in time or not. They're really fixing on that mechanical issue right now. So this is very interesting. Guerrero gets back out there. Kurt finally gets back out. He'll stay on the lead lap, but he'll be far back of the field as they're about to go back green here, so he's probably not going to be able to catch up with the field in time. Pace car is going to pull off here this time by. We'll see how fast that 35 is on the inside as pace car comes in this time by. And Frank has caught up with the field here. He'll sit right behind the 35. Green flag is back out. And we're back underway. And Conwell is not fast at all. That's probably going to... I guess Doge was also on pit road. I don't know why. It's been one of those days for Doge Dorkington. And he's just... Sedgwick looking down to the inside here, trying to get his lead. Trying to get the lead here. Over his teammate. Almost contact right there. And Dan Sedgwick is going to lead it at the line, I believe. No, they're scoring Peter Lane. But Sedgwick will easily clear. Fastest car on the racetrack gets the lead. And now Lane's in trouble, losing second place to Shrivastava here. Angel Gutierrez up into 4th place, but he's going to lose that 4th place maybe. No, Parsons had a bit of a run right there, but it did not work at all. Shrivastava up to 2nd place. Sedgwick's starting to pull away a little bit here. Jason Main trying to make a move on Parsons here for 6th place as his strong run continues. Scarrett making his way through the field here, making sure that Shrivastava doesn't gain that much on him as he currently sits 2nd. Scarrett scoring says he's currently 10th, but probably up to 8th place here on that move. Caleb Lane, I believe that is. Yeah, Caleb Lane, just outside the top 10 here, caught up to these guys. I think a lot of drivers in the back got slowed up by the slower car of Leroy Conwell, who is officially done for today. Looks like Scarrett's got a fast car. Gutierrez is looking to get third place over Lane here. Has room on the inside up at turn 3, not turn 4. Now off of turn 4, side by side here. Scarrett is making quick work of these drivers right now. He's already up to 7th place. And might get up to 6 if Peter Lane gets in trouble here. As he might lose another position. No, he'll hang on to his top 5 right now. And Scarrett makes a move down to the inside of Jason Main here. Man, he is just a rocket right now. Some people call him the mouse, as Power Sistri now has the fastest lap. Scarrett, I don't think he's even on there. But still a very fast car right now. As he now looking to enter the top 5 here. Trying to get around Peter Lane. Vettel still looks to the outside here. Now he's got room. Or, I mean, he's already in the top 5, but wow, he's just on a roll right here. Up to 4th place. And no signs of slowing down at all. He's going to catch up to Gutierrez here and probably get around him too. It's just an incredible drive here. Unless Velos has other ideas. He peaks down low on the number 5 machine. And now has a chance here, Gutierrez. He's got room on the inside here. Had to brake a little bit to not run into Gutierrez, but now he's going to get side by side here with the number 87 here. And easily get around him. No effort at all. But Velos has room on the inside right here. Carlson Velos might take advantage of Scarrett here. And it looks like, no, he will not, but he still has room on the inside here. Side by side here between Scarrett and Velos here. As the top 2 start to pull away, Stravostova and Seji. And Velos will get clear. Scarrett's down in trouble now. He could lose positions here. Gutierrez is looking to get around him now. And all that momentum, all those positions he gained, and now in jeopardy here as Seji continues to lead. Gutierrez, I think, just battling here. He's going to get around Scarrett as he slides way up the racetrack. Now still battling here with Scarrett. Scarrett trying some defensive driving here, trying to defend his position here. He's doing a great job of that. And now he's back clear. And he'll just hang on to 4th place for now. Caleb Blaine's into the top 10, running 8th place. Neil Dick into the top 10 as well. Got around Sanchez. As now Peter Lane getting passed by Jason Main. Peter Lane, Jason Main, that kind of rhymes. With Caleb Lane right behind. And Caleb Lane peeking down low. Does he think about taking it 3 wide? No, he doesn't have any room. But he might have a chance here again to take it 3 wide. That wouldn't be smart in my opinion. And he'll stay right behind Main. And try to get around Peter. But kind of stalled out right there. The run kind of stalled. And now Parsons and Neil Dick and Brock Moore have a chance to fight with Caleb Lane here. This race getting really dicey here. Near the back end of the top 10. Brock Moore into the top 10 for the first time today. Had a strong run at Charlotte. Hasn't done much else, but has stayed. I believe is in the top 30. I forgot. There's your fastest car on the racetrack right now. Kyler Sistri trying to get into the top 10. He currently is scored 14th. And he might have a chance here if he can get around Riley Smith and Brock Moore here. Peaks just a little bit under the 98. And peaks some more and just now has room as Smith slides up. Slides up the racetrack a bit. And now gets around Riley Smith. Sherman also making some progress here, getting around these drivers. Oh, almost 3 wide right there as Neil Dick falls back on the outside. I didn't notice that Vebels is now up to second place. Oh, he just grabbed the lead. I just missed that right there, a lead change here. And call me Fox Sports the way I'd be not paying attention to what's happening out front. See how he got the lead here. That battle near the rear of the top 10 was just really good. So he just does what everybody's been doing today. The driver slides up the racetrack, you can take advantage of that. And that's what Vebels does. Sergi kind of slid up there. He gets room on the inside. He gets clean air, fresh air, and clears him easily. As Vebels now takes the lead. I believe he led some laps at Daytona. So this isn't the first time Vebels has led a race in RMS as this battle continues. Racetrack making progress here, getting around Brock Moore and Caleb Lane. Montana Sherman also up here as well, catching these guys. The very intense battle continues. As Moore falls back on the outside, Sherman, I think, will get into the top 10 if he can get around Brock Moore here. Trying to clear him, but Moore says, I'm hanging on here. He hangs on, and then slides up. Maybe a bit of a bumper right there. Bump and run, perhaps? Side by side here for a top 10. And he finally gets clear of Moore right there. Lane continues to drop back. Maybe those tires starting to wear out a tad bit. Still very close out front here, but it's still Vebels with the lead. Sergi trying to close in and get his lead back. It doesn't seem like he's going to be doing that. Dick Ball doing Dick Ball things. Kurt Perkins has not made any progress at all. Still 35th. And to be fair to him, he had to try to catch up to the field. It looks like they fixed that issue. He's not dreadfully slow or anything, but still not a very good day for number 5. Sistra continuing to make progress through the field. He's about to get around Jason Main as Lane continues to drop back. Moore gets around him. Now it seems like his other lane, his fellow lane here, Caleb, is going to try to get around him as well. Teammate to Caleb Lane here, Ronnie Martin, is starting to catch up with him as well here. There's battles all around the field today. As Jason Main fell back a bit, Riley Smith also got around him. But it's pretty much single file through the top 5 here. Make that top 6, top 7. Sherman and Main, they're side by side here. Battling each other, young drivers. As Moore slides up, maybe trying to help Main a little bit. There's a bit of a draft here, but it's not like Daytona, so I don't know why he was doing that. Now he has an advantage to get around Jason Main to the inside. Goes double 0-1 machine. And into the top 10 goes Brock Moore. Sergi closing in on the lead here again. Peeking down to the inside here. He might get his lead back here. Still peeking down low. Now has some room on the number 11. Trying to get around Vebels here. Vebels trying to hang on the outside here. He might be able to do that. Oh, tight right there off of turn 4. Side by side. Vebels slotted at the line. And now Sergi will take his lead back and get clear of Carlson Vebels, who will fall back into second place. Number 6 has a fast car here today. Now 6 on the board of fastest cars. Vebels is also on the board, and he might get his lead back here in one lap. Trying to pull a crossover here. Got a run on the inside. Some great battling for the lead here out front. As Vebels will get his lead back. Maybe Sergi trying to hang on the outside. He might do it. He might hang on to his lead. There's Dick Ball. Might be catching up to Dick Ball here soon. This is a great angle of this battle right here. Sergi just beating him ever so slightly. But they're still side by side here. Vebels with the advantage here on the front stretch. Got a huge run. And now is going to clear into turn 1. So Vevel's back to the lead. Dan Sedgwick's lead did not last whatsoever. But Dan Sedgwick has also got a fast car. He peaks down low, trying to pull a crossover here. Does he have room on the inside? Yes, he does. Now he goes back for the lead. Battle behind. Ryan Scared is going to get third place. Try to extend his points lead as he gets around Stravostova. Sistrai is also catching here. He's up to 5th place as Dan Sedgwick gets his lead back. Great battle here out front between the two Chevys here. Vevels might have another chance to get his lead back here. He's peaking down low. He's got room, maybe. He's got a chance. Trying to make Sedgy... Trying to force Sedgy into a mistake here. He still has room on the inside. He's peaking there. He's trying to set up for another run here. Just some great battling between these two here. Great driving by both. But I think Dan Sedgwick is going to hold on here. He starts to pull away a little bit from Vevels, but only by a bit here as Smith and Gutierrez fight back here. The two green cars fighting each other. Oh, and drivers are starting to go to pit road here. Vevels is in, Gutierrez is in. We got pit stops, folks. Any other drivers in? Sierra Reno just pitted, seems like. Kurt Perkins is in, Guerrero is in, Larson, Parsons, and that's about it for now. Oh, why did I? How about Dan Sedgwick? Looks like he's coming in. Stravostova is in. Looks like Scared is staying out. McThydig as well. So Dan Sedgwick's going to need a great pit stop here, with about 27 laps to go in this race. So this race is kind of flying by after the first caution here. It's a bit of a shorter race, I'll admit. But still, we're having a barn burner of a race right now. There goes Reno flying by everybody. Paying attention to Vebelst here. Everybody else... Looks like S.G. Craig is staying out. I think he's locked down, though, so... he's not going to be able to lead the lap, so pay attention to what Vevels does here. He's going to have to try to beat out Dan Sedgwick here, who's at a great pit stop. Here comes Vevels. Sedgy hasn't merged yet, and Vevels is easily going to clear him after that pit stop. Great pit stop by Carlson Vevels. And Dan Sedgwick will now play second fiddle. As Riley Smith grabbed the lead as he stayed out. Oh, getting held up at pit road a little bit here. Or, I guess he's going into his pit stall. He stayed out for a long time here, so... Try to play a long-run strategy there. I don't think that's going to quite work out. Scarrett's back out. And it looks like the long-run strategy will not quite work out for Scarrett. For now, at least. We'll probably be on everybody here soon. But he's going to drop a ton of positions, though. That's not going to quite work out for Mr. Mickey Mouse, Mr. Rat. And man, Vevels has such a huge lead now. Well, he's not quite the leader right now. But still, very massive lead. Workington's staying out. Now he's coming out to pit road, so now Vevels will be your new leader here. Wow, just amazing pit strategy there by Carlson Vevels. Hello, Doge. Incredible pit strategy there by the 11 crew right here. Dan Sedgwick is over 2 seconds back. Tribe up to third place. Still has the fastest time. One of the fastest cars out on the racetrack right now. Scarrett is currently up to 9th place. Some traffic behind. Riley Smith trying to deal with. Skippy Larson and Montana Sherman trying to get around him. Still some intense battling here as Workington now gets back out on the racetrack. Back a lap down, I think. Larson into the top 10. Good for him. Stravostova trying to get around Gutierrez here. Scared is just behind him here. He's got to gain positions if he wants to gain on number 54. And up to 4th place goes Travastova. Up to 8th goes Scared as he battles Neil Dick behind. Sedgy cut the gap down a little bit on Vevelst here, but Vevelst still has a massive lead here. If Vevelst wins today, that'll be the 4th first-time winner in a row this season, as Sedgy once again cuts down the gap just by a bit, and Travastova getting screwed over by his teammate Peter Lane here as he gets stuck on the outside. He's in trouble here. If Scarrett can catch up here, oh boy, Scarrett's going to gain a couple more points here. But he's going to try to hold on here. He's going to try to hang on against Gutierrez. He hangs on. Some great defensive driving there by Purap Travastova, trying to stay in the top 5. 20 laps to go for Carlson Vevelst. He grows the gap ever so slightly on Dan Sedgwick here. Just some fantastic, phenomenal driving here by the rookie. Dick Ball still on the lead lap just slightly. Sally Patrick, Kirk, still hasn't made much progress. He's up to 30th, but still not a lot. Now he gains more on Sedgwick. He's gaining a ton of time on Dan Sedgwick right now. Maybe it's being on slightly newer tires that is giving him the advantage right now, as teammates battle it out. Travastova versus Lane right here. Scared is coming. Travastova knows that. He's got to gain somehow, some way on him. And now Scarrett has the advantage on the inside on Brock Moore here. And now Travastova gets clear of his teammate. He's going to try to pull away here. Make sure that Scarrett cannot catch up to him. As Scarrett gets mired in traffic here, he's trying to get around Gutierrez. He looked up to the outside line there. I'm not sure why he decided to do that, but it looks like it's going to work out fine for him as he's trying to get around Gutierrez here. Peter Lane is kind of being a nuisance to Travastova right now, looking to get around him again. And Travastova is like, no man, don't do that. Scarrett is right behind us, you know. I got to gain points on him if we're going to win this championship. Gutierrez looks like he'll hang on to his position, though, as here comes Michael Parsons trying to help his teammate here, trying to get around Scarrett. So some great battling here, as Sherman looks down to the inside of Parsons here, peeking ever so slightly. And now Parsons has got room underneath Scarrett here. So Michael Parsons will help his teammate as Scarrett will fall back here. Will definitely fall back here. He's stuck on the outside line. So Scarrett's in trouble here as Sherman is now going to get around him. This is not ideal for Scarrett's championship hopes, as Larson now gets around him as well. Maybe also Brock Moore as well, if he can stay close. Scarrett is now just hanging on to the top 10 here. Now he's going to pull a crossover on Sherman here. Try to get himself back up to that place where Travastova doesn't want him to be. Vevel's continuing to gain time on Sedgy here as he's going around Dick Ball. Dick Ball goes a lap down. It's a sad day for America. Fighting Sherman here is scared as this fight continues. As there's Travastova might be in trouble here. Lane getting around him. Parsons trying to get around him. Parsons looking for his first top 10 of the season here. He's had a bit of a sluggish start once again to the season, but he's looking strong as the race continues on. Gets later into the race here as Travastova struggling a little bit. Scarrett looking to get around Gutierrez here. As he peaks down low here, he'll get around the 87 here. And now Travastova's trying to get back around his teammate. Put him between himself and the 54 here. Sechi is gaining some time here on Vevelst here a little bit, but now he's got to deal with the lap car of Dickball perhaps getting in the way here soon. So we might have a battle for the lead here soon, but we'll see what Dickball here does as Scarrett up into 6th place, I believe, or 7th, something like that. And is looking to get around Shrivastava once again. And he does. Peaks down low. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Scarrett's right behind. He's got to do some defense right here. Looks like he'll be able to hang on here. And now get around his teammate as well. Get by him again. But Scarrett is also going to get around him again. Can't really do much there with Shrivastava right there. Seji is continuing to gain here, but now he's right behind Dickball. 10 laps to go for Vevelst here. Seji will easily get around Dickball here. We might have a race on our hands here, folks, if Dan Sedgwick continues to set down these fast times here. I think the tires have worn out to a point where they're on equal tire wear now. As Sistrai getting past here. Shrivastava trying to hang on against Scarrett, but Scarrett moves down to the inside. And so Ryan Scarrett is going to get around Shrivastava here. The gap is almost to a second here as the laps continue to wind down. 9 laps to go for Vevelst. Can he hang on to his lead with a fast-charging Dan Sedgwick? He's coming. Sorry about that. See the gap now? It's under a second here. It's going to be a barn burner at the end with 8 laps to go. The 6 has such a fast car right now. There is a chance. There's a chance for him to grab the lead here with maybe under 5 laps to go or so. Maybe he was saving up his tires, something like that. But Vevelst get a huge lead as Scarrett's in trouble now. Loses a position to Skippy Orson. But Shrivastava has also lost a couple positions, but he could gain some here with Sherman battling Peter Lane here. The gap continues to shrink out front between the leaders with 7 to go. Oh, Vevelst just blew up! Uh-oh! Oh, no! You gotta be kidding me! The poor rookie isn't gonna get his first career win! He's gonna get heartbreak instead! Is he even gonna make it back to pit road? He's losing a ton of time. Wait, this might end the race here, folks. He's gonna stop, and that'll be a yellow, and this race is probably over. How unfortunate can you get? They're now racing back here. And Dan Sedgwick is probably going to win this race. Oh, the pace lights are out. This race isn't ending under caution. It'll be a 2-lap shootout. Oh, things are about to get interesting here. Hold on, who do I got to wave around? Oh, Dick Belt's going to get back on the lead lap. Everybody rejoice. Number 93 is back on the lead lap. He's going to kill a bunch of people. So it's going to be a 2-lap shootout to end this race here. Dan Sedgwick versus Michael Parsons. Kyler Sistrang as well. Skippy Orson. It's going to be very interesting. We don't have any lap cars here that could affect anybody, so it'll be an even... It'll be pretty even between everybody here in the top 10. The engines rev up here. The fans are on their feet. This is going to be a very interesting way to end the first ever race here at Texas. As the pace car will pull onto pit road here. 2 laps to go. Can Dan Sedgwick hold on, or can his team owner Michael Parsons beat him? We'll see here. Green flag is out. We're back underway. even start between the top 3 here as they head on into turn 1. Seji maybe pulling away just a bit here, but he slides up a bit. Parsons might have a chance here. Shrivastava in trouble again. Peter Lane gets on the inside here. Seji cannot make a mistake here unless Parsons, he's developing a bit of a run here. There might be a chance for number 3 here. White flag is out, last lap. Here comes Parsons to the inside. Michael Parsons is trying to win it. Dan Sedgwick is trying to hold on, can he? It's going to be a drag race down the backstretch. Dan Sedgwick is going to try to hang on the outside here. Parsons is trying to clear him. Still side by side here, but Parsons gets clear. Michael Parsons through turns 3 and 4. Last lap pass, he's going to win the first ever race at Texas Motor Speedway. What a finish. And what another legendary win to a legendary driver. Sistrai just came up short of second. Larson, 4th place. Sherman, top 5. Scarrett, 6th place. Shrivastava did not get a great restart. He dropped a ton of positions. But what a race that was. And what a finish. Michael Parsons victorious with a last lap pass. And what some late race drama.